Coach, you're going up against some top single high safeties. Minka Fitzpatrick is another one coming up. What do you see from his game? Will probably present a challenge for you guys.
Yeah, obviously, Minka's a very aggressive player, very instinctful, can make plays on the football, can tackle. You have to be very aware where he is all the time on the field. Very disruptive player, and there's a reason why they're productive on defense and very good on defense. It's a lot because of him, Edmonds, the front, obviously Watt, Cam Hayward, like all those guys are very, very good and very fundamentally sound, I would say. They play very well on Mike Collins' scheme and Terrell Austin's scheme, and they preach fundamentals, they preach toughness, they preach dependability. And you can see that show up every single week on tape. And they get to the football, they force turnovers, and they make you earn every single
Coach,
time.
have you ever coached a better player than Devontae Adams, who literally makes everyone else better? Specifically talking and going back to that Darren Waller touchdown, it looked like the safety was pulled away in a unique cover shell. Can you talk about that play and what you saw on that play that really gave Darren Waller that seam?
Yeah, on that specific play, I mean, I think, they were playing a lot of man coverage in the red area, and again, like I said, where's the coverage dictate the ball to go? They try and lean one way to Devontae, or they try and take away Josh in the running game, whatever it is, and you have a one-on-one matchup somewhere else. And obviously Darren did a good job of taking advantage of that and went on his route. But it comes down to running a good route and having good technique and trying to get open at the top of the route. It doesn't matter if you're one-on-one or not. There's really good players in the league. We're going to see those this Saturday night in Pittsburgh. Whether it's Fitzpatrick or Edmonds at safety on Darren. I mean, they're good cover players, so you still have to run a good route, have good technique, and win the line of scrimmage and get open. So there's kind of a double-edged sword there. Yeah, sure, the coverage can dictate you to get the ball, but you got to run a good route and have a good top of the route and make the catch.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
Coach, you guys are going against George Pickens, a guy who has good height, weight, speed. What do you see from his game that may present a challenge for you on the back end there?
Well, most positions, if you have height, weight, and speed, I mean, it's a big man league. That's what this game's about.
Correct.
A lot of big people playing and running fast, and I mean, he's one of those guys. He does a good job down the field catching the ball. He challenges you in the run game. I mean, that's why I'm always impressed with the receivers that block in the run game. That get in there. He's in the C gap area blocking. He'll come down there and crack you. I'm really impressed with how they teach that. Mike does a good job of instilling toughness in those guys, and you can see it on the tape. Just look at the last game against Carolina,
right,
in terms of how many times they ran the ball. Mike's not one to say something and not mean it. So he said they're going to establish the line of scrimmage, the toughness. He wanted that to show, and they took it down there. It was on the road, correct?
Yeah.
On the road, and they did that. So we got to get ready for that, especially the Saturday night game, Christmas Eve. It's going to be pretty cool. I forget the new name of the stadium. I don't want to misspeak, but it's going to be cool. And just doing a better job of just controlling the line of scrimmage. That's a big part of what we want to be as a defense. What the coach Daniel sees us being as a football team, controlling the line of scrimmage. So we got to do a better job there.
You're talking about stopping the run and how physical they are. When you look at Najee Harris and the skill set he has, how important will it be for guys like Luke and Denzel to be ready to go against him?
I mean, he's a big man. This is a very big man. I mean, just on the tape, it seemed like he was bigger than. I haven't seen him in person before, so I'm looking forward to it. I get excited about these big backs. Like Derrick Henry, those guys. But he's a big man. It's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a challenge for everybody. It's not going to be a one-man show to tackle this guy. I mean, he has a stiff arm. He's elusive. He has good speed. He has great vision. And it's going to be a tough matchup. And then the O-line, I can't say enough about these guys. They're blocking people, they're being physical at the line of scrimmage. They're all big men, and they do a good job of getting movement, so it's going to be a challenge. And then the tight ends, they come in there, they're all big, and they can block, and the receivers can block. I mean, I'm sure when the quarterback comes out on one of these gadgets, he might block too. So it's a Pittsburgh football team, and it's going to be Saturday night, it's going to be cold, it's going to be fun.
Coach Kyle Pecco is a guy that really stood out in run defense against the Patriots. What do you see from his game, coming in as a practice squad player and now being elevated to the active roster?
All the things we're looking for in terms of that position. One, staying ready, being ready. I mean, that's what he's done his whole career. He's a veteran. He knows how to play blocks. He had to play with patience. A big part of that, people think, defeating blocks is just shocking somebody and getting off. It's about being patient. By the time you make contact with the offensive lineman, the ball carrier doesn't have the ball yet. You got to control the ball. You got to control the block first so you can find where the ball is. You get off too soon, then you get in trouble. But his patience in the run game, the ability to lock out and shed, that's the stuff that stands out to me. And then being able to move laterally in terms of staying on his feet. and just being smart about it, just having playing to the tendencies, reading his keys. So real pleased with what Kyle's done.
All right, thanks, Coach.